Hi everyone! Welcome to my vlog, and for today's video, I will now be sharing some simple ways on how to teach your kids reading that you might try this at home. Kayo po ba ay isang magulang or guardian na may kids na hirap sa pagbabasa? The tips that I'm going to share now might help you on teaching your children in reading. So this may not be applicable to all, but I hope that these tips will be the starting point on teaching your children in order for them to read. Especially now that reading is very important because the DepEd or the Department of Education requires every child to read in order for them to pass on the next grade. Kailangan po maintindihan ng lahat na ang learning reading is not a natural process that happens on its own. So it requires po ito na proper teaching of various skills and strategies in order for us to teach reading to our children. So this could be in a form of phonics or phonemic awareness. So ano po ba tong phonics na sinasabi ko? Ang phonics is the relationship po ng letter at ng sounds. So ito na nga po, yung first tip that I'm going to share to you in order for you to teach your children reading at home is that, first is teach them the letter sounds instead of the letter names. So instead of telling them that this is letter A, tell them that this is letter A. Well, it is important also to teach them the letter names in order for them to familiarize it. But if you want to focus them on the reading, tell them the letter sounds first instead of the letter names. When you present letters to your children, it could be in a form of flashcards or anything that is visible to their eyes. So for now, I'm using this paper with the letter A. So instead of telling them the letter name that this is letter A, you should tell them that this is letter A. What letter is this? Letter A. So the letter sound. You introduce them the letter sound. So example, Kian, this is letter A. What letter is this? Then the child will respond letter A as it was mentioned by you. So letter A. A. What letter is this? Letter A. So you practice this several times until the child can name the letter sound of this letter on its own. So then move to the next letter and so on and so forth. As soon as you finish introducing the letter sounds of each letters from A to Z to your children, the next tip that I'm going to share to you is that introduce the letter sounds in a form of songs or any nursery rhymes that involves the letter sounds. The rhymes and the rhythm that the kids will hear this, it will help them remind the letter sounds of each letters that you teach them, and then it could be easily applied when you teach reading. There are so many kids songs or nursery rhymes that you can search on YouTube and play it to your children. But don't forget, it should be under your supervision. So there are so many examples there. I have heard there, the A says ah, the A says ah. Every little thing we do, the A says ah. Then there's A is for apple, apple. B is for ball, ball. So it involves the letter sound. So through that, the child is very interested to hear this and remind them of the things that you have taught them. When the time comes that the child already knows the letter sounds from A to Z, the next tip is that separate now the letters, the vowels, and the consonant letters. So introduce now the vowels and the consonant letters. So what are the vowel letters? So these are the vowel letters. And these are the consonant letters. In separating them, it is easily for you to add together the letters and form into words. And by that, the child could easily read words that you are going to teach them. Before forming syllables and introduce this to your child, review the child first if he could sound out the letters from the vowels and the consonants. Then if the child could sound out and memorize these all letter sounds from the consonants and the vowels, then it is easy for you to add the consonant and the vowel together and form into syllable. Then that syllable could be the starting point that a child could read now. So for example, you get the consonant letter, B, and then paired up with the vowel A, then let it be together, then it will form a syllable B. Then the child could read now. By teaching this, adding the consonant and the vowel, please don't forget to provide any visual aids. The child could easily remember it when they see it. So it could be in the form of a whiteboard with a marker, or a poster, or a flashcards, or anything that they could see visible to their eyes in order for them to easily remember it, the things that you taught them. The next tip here is assess your child. If your child could already read the CV syllables or the consonant plus the vowel syllables, then it is a good start for reading. So if he already mastered this, the CV syllables or words, then you can move now to the CVC words. What is CVC words? It is the consonant, vowel, consonant. So put it together, then you can form a word. For example, a, t, k, a, t. Then put it together, it will become a word, cat. There are so many CVC words that you can form on the letters provided. Or you can check it out on Google. Type there the basic sight words. These are the words that needs a child learn in order for them to read a sentence straightly. Next tip is that make reading a habit. So it could be in a form of storybook reading. So let your child choose what book he wants you to read for them and read it together with them. So that could be a parent-child or guardian-child activity. And lastly, the most important tip that I'm going to share to you is to be patient. Be patient in teaching reading to your children, because the best way to teach reading to your children is to make it fun and enjoyable one. So this could be in a form of games or by rewarding them whenever they have done a certain task that you have given. So by this, the child will instill that reading is fun and I should love reading.
Car, box, man, word, that, time, can, fan, win, boy, are, here, kid, baby, was, must, be, once he said, one, pen, was, we, ten, one, fun, so, then. Yeah.
Yeah, good job. Clap your hands. Good job, baby. Say hi.
Hi.
What's your name?
My name is Kia.
Okay, Kian is only 4 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah, and today we're gonna share to them the activity that we're going to do. So, mommy will tell the letter sounds and you're going to write, okay?
Okay.
Okay, so first is you write the letter that sounds K. What letter is that?
C.
Okay, write it down. Next is what letter that sounds letter A?
A.
Ah. Write it down.
My kids. No, it's not. That's not again. His name is A.
Write it beside the letter K. Yeah, that's okay. And next is
T.
write the letter what?
T.
Okay, you write the letter T beside letter A.
Is
Yeah, and that word, how do you read that?
a cat.
Okay, very good. That's letter K, A, and T. That reads the word what?
Cat.
What word?
It's a cat.
Good job. That's a cat. Is your turn? You want to write?
Yes.
Okay, right. Write the letter. Oh, oh.
Say O.
Next is write the letter
E.
the hard one.
Say I.
Yeah. Then
Is L.
Yeah.
Like this.
Yeah. How do you read that word?
Oil.
Good job.
Oil.
Well, my son already knows how to read. When he's turning 2 or 1 year and 9 months, he already knows the letter sounds of each letter. So he already knows how to read. So you tell them, I love reading.
I love reading.
Do you love reading?
Yes.
Do you want to read more?
Yeah.
Good job. Say bye.
Goodbye.
And that's it. That ends this video. So I hope that this would be a helpful one in teaching your kids learning reading at home. So please don't forget to like and subscribe my channel and click that notification bell for the new uploaded videos. Thank you. Bye.